It was a very happy moment in my life, and I think it was one of the best moments of my life. But it was easily the most nervous I've ever been in my whole life.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
That's good. It's a good day.
Yeah, it's a good day so far. I mean, it is 9:10 and I've already had 2 meetings today.
What?
Yeah, I had a meeting morning. I have not had coffee, but I have had a morning meeting with Guy in Tel Aviv. We're going through data, and if you guys have been watching the vlog, you know we just did Q4 planning, so we're talking a lot about building out our community, which is our free online platform for creatives to connect. And we want to prove out the thesis that for every new member that joins the network, that joins the platform, there's more value added for the entirety. So it's the concept of for each creative that joins, they're going to not only contribute from the perspective of being added to that directory, but more importantly, they're going to share opportunities, they're going to connect with other creatives. Hopefully they're going to get business from being on the platform. That's like my ultimate dream with it, is that we can raise the tide by actually providing business to one another and financially supporting. So met with him, went over some data, looked at basically what our KRs would be and our KPIs. So basically it's the indicators of performance, whether or not we're successful, 3 months from now, based on the initiatives we're going to do today. And that was awesome. So that was Tel Aviv. And then after that, I had a quick call with a friend. Busy morning, 9:10, but we've got a lot on the agenda today. So let's see, anything fun here to share with you guys? We have lunch with Alexandra. That will be, I think, at Darwin, and she's with the Inside Academy, so more on that. We're going to be meeting to talk about rising tide and ladders of leadership. So this is a concept specifically that I communicate a lot when talking to community builders. It's the idea of when you build a community, same works with a brand. You need a ladder of leadership, or in the case of a brand, a ladder of commitment. So the idea that somebody comes to the door, they meet your brand, they follow you on social media. What is the ladder to increasing that commitment and providing more value to the end consumer? So it might look like this if you're a creative. They come and they follow you on social, then they subscribe to your newsletter. Once they subscribe to your newsletter, then you nurture them with an email nurturing sequence. Then they either maybe invest in a product or a service or something that you provide. And then from there you provide even more value and you move them up the chain kind of thought process. So it's like a value-driven commitment ladder, right? So we need to talk about that for Rising Tide, analyze what we have right now, and make sure it's providing the value that it provides. It's sort of like a gut check. So that'll be great today. I'm taking over Instagram stories for Rising Tide, so you'll probably see a lot of me doing that today. Strategy on the gift guide. So I'm running all social strategy around the rollout of our gift guide, which is basically our massive online list of amazing creatives in Rising Tide that you should shop from this holiday. So that'll be fantastic as well, but we've got a lot of work to do. So it's now 9:13, so I have to go. I have to get started.
Go.
Yeah, let's do it. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Hi.
Morning.
You do always say weird things.
You always get so awkward. What do you do with your hands?
Yeah, right?
I'm turning this
They're
into
just like looking down, or like what do I do?
This is gonna be a gift.
No.
Should I, like rest it on the table?
Yeah.
Do I rest
You're
it
right,
on
you
my
do
elbow?
rest.
Okay, like that.
Today on one of those topics, maybe it's gift guide, but yeah, I'll basically be spearheading all social strategy for gift guide, philanthropy month, and then kind of outlining like a playbook for them. I'm heading to lunch with this amazing female founder. Her name is Alexandra, and she runs the Insider Academy. So we are connecting specifically on women in tech, female founders, what that looks like, and diving in a little bit to see if there are some cool ways to collaborate. So we will be sure to link to the Insider Academy. If you are in San Francisco, they do amazing mentorship programs and circles. They're going to be rolling out with a lot of new things, and it sounds really exciting. So today what we're going to be talking about, we have a ton of community members that go on to become local chairs in their local areas that then go on to become local leaders of their local chapters or co-leaders of their local chapters. And basically at the leadership level, we have a couple different categories. We have our chapter leaders, right? I mentioned chairs already. I mentioned even members that are contributors, that are giving us content, that are thought leaders and doing webinars and educating other creatives, and I would consider them all to be leaders. But like of that, we kind of look at it like the local level, the in-person level. So we have local chapters that are led by one or two, for the most part, leader, co-leader, and chairs then underneath. Then we also though have the national level. So we have, for instance, our moderators and our moderation team that manage sort of the online community aspects. We have creative council that is also another subset. I would say they're almost in person and online, depending on, some of them are actual local leaders, some of them are moderators, some of them are really just invested in Rising Tide and a leader in that respect, or thought leaders. And then we have obviously like the staff, us, who facilitate on a different scale. And today what I want to really talk about is analyzing that and looking at ways that we can create more opportunities for people to become more invested as leaders as they kind of continue on in their relationship with the organization and as we move forward. So for instance, there are Tuesdays Together leaders that have been here for 2 years since day one, and we all know now it's sort of like, well, what's next for them, right? Like, what is that next step if there is one for them? We've never, we're new, we're 2 years old, so we've never had leaders that have been around for 2 years because we haven't been around for 2 years. So it's a question that's naturally evolving as a result of a growing organization. Basically, I wanted to start that conversation and thinking about, what would that next step be? And is there a way to do it with the limited, bandwidth that we all have since we're working on so many things, Gift Guide, Philanthropy Month, different initiatives, to institute that maybe in 2018, like early 2018? What would that look like? And what ideas have been thrown around that we think would be of value? Propose to Jamie again? Are you sure?
I can't go through this again.
You can't go through it again?
It was a very happy moment in my life, and I think it was one of the best moments of my life. But it was easily the most nervous I've ever been in my whole life.
That's my vote. That was my vote.
They all knew. They all saw the rings.
Both of them?
Yep. Oh my god! It's so pretty.
I like that you know that there's a
Can I have it back?
No, you can't. Are we walking?